Hello, candidates. I wanted to talk to you regarding the descriptive paper for IBPS PO main. As you know, in the IBPS PO main, besides your objective questions paper, you will have to write a descriptive paper. In the descriptive paper, you will be given you will be asked to write an essay and also a letter writing. The normal rules applicable for essay writing and say your letter writing are applicable here also, but some extra points I may like to tell you is like this, that say while writing, while they will be giving you three topics, say three topics on essays and three topics on letter writing, out of which you have to choose one topic for letter writing and one topic for say essay writing. See, the topic that you choose must be one with which you are at least familiar to some extent so that you can write about it. For example, in a paper, you have a topic like this, say, for example, Bitcoin, boon or bane. And another topic is artificial intelligence, about artificial intelligence. Then the effect of gadgets on intellectual capabilities of humans. And another one is advantages, disadvantages of cashless payment modes. I have given you just four topics. Now, supposing you are asked to write on any one topic, which topic can you choose? You must choose a topic with which you are somewhat familiar. You are somewhat familiar. Then only you must be able to write. And whenever you know about a topic, you must be able to analyze it from different angles. Normally, I used to tell as seven W's. That is what, when, why, where, which, how, and who. About any topic, if you analyze from this angle, it will become a good paragraph and it will be able to present the views. So, supposing they are asking about Bitcoin. So, what is Bitcoin? How is Bitcoin used? Where it is used? Who is using it? uh, which are the occasions when it can be used, likewise why it should be introduced, something like that. You can analyze from different angles and write on Bitcoin, provided you know about Bitcoin. But if you do not know what is a Bitcoin, then it will be really difficult for you to write. So choose a topic with which you are familiar. For example, artificial intelligence. So once you know what is artificial intelligence, how artificial intelligence can be made use of, or how it is being used, and where are the occasions it is being used, when it can be put into proper use, then it will become a good paragraph. And also remember, in the descriptive paper, you must try to follow the number of words they have prescribed. You should not exceed or write very much less. Supposing they give you about 250 words, then you must write at least 240 to 260 words. This way, that way. 10 words this side, that side is okay, or 5%. That way it can be done. Supposing you take a topic like artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a phenomenon that facilitates machine to have varying, say, idiosyncrasies of human intelligence. This is to say that the machines can imitate human behavior and replicate humans. In a way, it reduces human efforts, thereby increasing efficiency at work. But on the other hand, machines taking place of human labor also have negative impact, since it takes the place of employment of people. Artificial intelligence poses a great threat to humanity. Stephen Hawking, who is a cosmologist and theoretical physicist, has also cautioned of the forthcoming threats that are likely to happen with the use of artificial intelligence in development of weapons. Yeah, that's what we have already seen now out of the essay. So that's what we have seen about drone being used for bombing in Saudi Arabia. So that is a negative fact. Whereas the positive fact is one like ICICI Bank has started using artificial intelligence. So likewise, you can analyze from this angle and make it an interesting essay. That is how you have to remember to make it an essay that is good. So that way, so that is about artificial intelligence. Then supposing we take the topic or say effects of gadgets. Effects of gadgets, the dependence upon the gadgets has increased tremendously, that people have stopped functioning without them. Yeah, true. We are always with the cell phone or with the laptop. So we cannot be without that. The gadgets, such as other things, are also called as gadgets. Gadgets such as microwaves, calculators, washing machines have reduced our workload, but at the same point of time, they have made us vulnerable towards them. That is, we are too much dependent on them. The expanding gadgetry world in the form of Wi Fi, Bluetooth, smartphones have made us a slaves to the automation of these gadgets. It is a serious concern that humans have started forgetting basic and minute details as they are excessively dependent on gadgets even for microscopic information. Using gadgets to gain additional knowledge is acceptable and required as we are living in a digital age. One should be cognizant of pros and cons of everything we use in our daily life, and there should be judicious use of gadgets and prudent approach should be maintained in order to gain maximum. So that is regarding artificial intelligence. And regarding Bitcoin, of course, I'm just telling you briefly, mostly this topic may not be asked. See, Bitcoins is one of the most widely used alternative currency in the world. Its circulation is estimated to be worth over $1 billion. It is a well developed and sophisticated concept. People are getting attracted towards it and showing immense interest because of the increase in the price of bitcoins drastically. It goes like this: every techno savvy thing has a negative side as well. Bitcoin could potentially harm our society in various ways and possesses the power to be significantly detrimental to us. There is an increase in the crimes and rampant illegal activities can be seen. This is what it is about Bitcoin. In fact, in America, we find even in shops you have like an ATM, Bitcoin change machines are there. So I mean, it has come to be accepted, whereas in India, it is not accepted. It is illegal to use Bitcoins. Then the next topic I was suggesting to you is advantages, disadvantages of cashless payment modes. There are various advantages of going cashless, and one of the most significant is that people need not carry bulky wallets or purses with them. These days, even the smartphones have e-wallets processed in them. People can pay through net banking and Paytm by using their smartphones. In the case of credit and debit cards, it has been observed that the case of theft or loss, immediate intimation can be made to the bank and it can be cancelled. So we can discuss about the advantages of this disadvantages. Of course, there is not much of a disadvantage. Digitalization has brought disadvantages with the case ease of making cashless payments. Since the knowledge of digital transaction is not so common among people and is limited to urban centers, hence it becomes difficult to implement cashless modes. The illiteracy and poverty are the major factors which disable people to use these technologies. Also, with the use of the cards, people are buoyant in spending and end up buying things which they do not even require. The risk which is involved in the digital transaction is lofty since the rising of cyber fraud and hacking of bank accounts is common. So, likewise, we can write on this topic. So, any topic when you are given, you must be able to elaborate on that. You have a point and analyze it from different angles. 7 W's I told you, then it will become a good paragraph for you and you will be able to impress the reader. So that is a very important point. So yeah, some of the other topics, of course, something related to current affairs will also be asked. For example, essay based on which is better, reading books or watching documentary films or traveling. Then positive effects of hike in the salary of an employee. Falling rupee affecting the Indian economy. This topic can be expected. Falling rupee affecting the Indian economy. Say, for example, the falling of Indian rupee is a burning issue in Indian economy. There are various reasons for this, like say rise in crude oil prices, portfolio outflows from India due to selling of stocks, etc. And a depreciating rupee affects the local economy in several ways. It keeps the cost of oil imports high. If the currency continues to depreciate, there is a high chance of India not receiving any benefit because it will have to pay more in local currency per barrel of crude oil, which will keep the oil import high because India is depending more on oil imports. There would be added pressure on corporate margins as higher imported input and higher local prices add to costs. Also, rupee depreciation makes Indian goods and services cheaper for overseas buyers, thus leading to increase in demand and higher revenue generation. The foreign tourists will find it cost effective to come to India, therefore increasing the business of hotel. Hence, the exchange rate is a powerful tool that can be used to examine many key industries with fluctuations potentially having a serious impact on the economy, industries, companies, and foreign investors. Therefore, the government, with the help of various sectors, must look in the matter and should try to combat with this issue in order to make the Indian economy more stable and flourishing. Of course, RBI is doing it with the use of the foreign exchange reserves of over 420 billion dollars also, which we have got as foreign exchange reserve. RBI is selling sometimes dollars so that the value of Indian rupee is not going down deeply. So these are some of the points I thought I can share with you regarding the essay writing. Good morning, Surendra. So this is regarding essay writing. And now come to letter writing. So, but one thing, when you go for the main examination, you must remember not to miss any one question. For example, either you miss letter writing or essay writing, that is no good. Do not worry about your mistakes, but try to make up sentences in your mind beforehand and start writing them. Try to present them in simple sentences. You need not present them in complicated words and all that. And don't worry about the grammar mistakes. However, try to avoid making mistakes. The letter writing, again, you will have three letters, and out of which one you may have to write. And for example, there can be a letter like this: write a letter to the editor of a newspaper expressing your concern about increasing rate of road accidents due to rash driving. This is a very common topic. But in letter writing, what we should do, we should write the name of the person, artificial name, address, and address it to the editor, say the Hindu or the Times of India or the Indian Express, New Delhi or Mumbai or whatever it is. Then give the subject, then write some points regarding that one. Some of the points you can write are: accidents are caused by the carelessness of the drivers and their ignorance and negligence of the traffic rules. Many young and innocent persons lose their lives every day. One of the causes of fatal accidents is rash driving. Reckless driving causes the increasing number of road accidents. The people driving often break the speed limit, especially in the night time. To be worst, some of them are even drunk. This is a menace to others road users, as the car drivers that drive at high speed might crush down whoever comes in a way. So likewise, these are some of the points. So moreover, people often jump the traffic light. So this point also can be written. So this is how we should try to present the letter writing also. Letter and another point I want to tell you is whether it is essay writing or letter writing, do not present everything in one paragraph. Present them in three or four paragraphs. That will be making it interesting to read and also regard it at a higher percentage of marks to be given for that. So this is about the letter writing. So try to present them in say three or four paragraphs, maybe 150 words. It should not be more than 50 words per one paragraph. But before writing, determine in your mind what you are going to say and then start writing on that. That will be good for you. So this is the point I thought I should share with you. This is on letter writing. 1 minute. This is on letter writing, and some more letters are: write a letter to the editor of a newspaper expressing your concern regarding ill effects of constant exposure to loud sound and music among children and youth. Yes, especially because children and youth, they will find it difficult to read or prepare for examinations, and too much of exposure to sound also affects their hearing and their thinking capacity. So you can analyze that from that, right? Three or four paragraphs. Another letter is requesting branch manager to transfer your savings account from Nagpur to Guwahati, whatever it is. So this can be a very simple letter. Hereby, I wish to submit a request for transferring my account to the branch, another branch name. My savings account number is so and so. I have been operating for so many years. This also need not be told, but if you want to fill up a letter, you can mention about it. Since I work as a government official, I have transferred, so please get the account transferred. My present address is in the new address will be this much. You can mention that. I request you to transfer the account as soon as possible. Since I need to operate the account, I'd be highly obliged if an early action is taken from your sides. You see, even this letter is written in three or four paragraphs so that it appears nice and you are awarded very good marks. So there can be another letter like write a letter to the bank manager regarding non-credit of cash in your account. For example, you are remitted some cash, the cash has not been credited to your account. Then you write to him. Possibly the reason can be you have not written the number correctly, or somebody who remitted the money has not mentioned the number correctly. So likewise, there can be another letter to the editor of your concern over the impact of irrelevant news through social media. This is, of course, a good topic which we can expect. So, what is happening when, say, fake information is given and how it affects? Like some people spread the news of death of somebody who has not died. Then even in our WhatsApp groups and all, sometimes people circulate fake news of say results or some other information, and that really affects people. So some effort should be taken to check this one. Likewise, they can write about this also. So these are some of the points relating to essay writing and letter writing I thought I must share with you. I hope you would have enjoyed this. Please listen to this once or twice, and I am posting. Yeah, so this will be good for you, and you practice letter writing, or if you can't practice, at least read more letters, more essays. That will be of great help for you. And I'm just giving you my email ID also in case you need some clarifications. So best wishes. Thank you.